So just out of my own curiosity now, I wanted to see how long this takes me to do and compare it to how long it takes you to do, because, man, I just don't know. I don't think it takes that long to sharpen a blade. I mean, it's going to take a little bit of setup for any jig. I mean, a few seconds, you know. So, yes, I realize this is one extra step and you have to change it every time, but here's how long it takes. I mean, I'm going to do my number 4 blade. I told Mel the other day that all of my bench planes were sharpened at 30 degrees, but I lied. It's actually 25 because I can never remember details like that, but that's why I have this little gauge here. Real handy. But 25 degrees. Just stick the bevel in there, and there it is, 25 degrees. But I don't really need it very often because I only have like 2 or 3 angles on all of my tools, because I don't know, when I first started sharpening I was trying to be all fancy and complicated with like micro bevels and all that shit, but then I just realized fuck all that, just 2 or 3 angles, you know. I think my my bench chisels are at 30 and my paring chisels are at 25 and my mortise chisels are at 35, and all of my bench planes are at 25, and I can't remember what my block planes are, but that's why I have this little guy. Got it from Veritas for like, I don't know, 10 bucks or something. So anyway, 25 degrees, and if I didn't have stop blocks, I have this thing, and since I have, you know, I'm not telling you anything you don't know, but I mean, I'm racking my brain trying to figure out what the big fucking deal is. You know, it's on the middle setting at 2. To be honest with you, I don't know why there's 3 settings. Why are there so many? You're right, that is over complicated, but if you just leave it at 2, I mean, on the yellow setting, I have 20, 25, 30, 35, all in the yellow setting. I don't know why you need all of these in-between numbers. They could have left that out, as far as I'm concerned, but I guess some people do fancier shit with sharpening than I do. So anyway, it's there. So here's my shit sitting over here. I pick it up. Even if it wasn't at 25 degrees, which it usually is, this is how long it takes to move it, you know. 2 seconds, put it at 25, lock it down. That part's done. It's a 2-inch blade, so you slide it to the 2-inch mark. That's how long that takes. There's no play in that. You know, I mean, I guess if I fucking really racked on it, there is a little bit, but it doesn't matter. I mean, as long as it's not moving around at all once I put my blade in here. Slide the fucker in. And you gotta make sure that you tighten up on both sides equally, or you will get a skewed blade then. So I kind of just go back and forth and back and forth. And the one complaint I do have about this jig is the knurled knobs on here. These can be a bitch, especially when it's cold. Your hands are cold, everything's cold, and they're kind of a bitch to crank on and loosen up. But anyway, that's how long that takes. And boom, I'm sharpening. I mean, that's how long it takes. You know, any jig is going to require putting the blade in there. You know, I guess you could have saved about 10 seconds if you had a jig set up with stop blocks to avoid this step. But then you got to make a jig, you know, so the hour or 2 that's going to take, you know, I guess over a course of a lifetime you will be ahead of the game, because you won't ever have to use this again. But the 10 seconds that this takes, you know, I don't know, it's going to take a long time to add up to the hour or 2 building that jig. So in my opinion, that's basically a wash. So I don't know, man. It seems pretty straightforward to me. You know, that's it. It's ready to sharpen. And you know, if I could start over and do the whole process without talking, and I guarantee you it'd be less than a minute, maybe 30 seconds. But I don't know. Anyway, that's me. Good luck. You should when you get your Lee Nielsen, do a little demo and show me how long it takes to do it. I'm interested. Here's the Demi-Lune with one coat of finish on it. I can't get it to fucking zoom in. Why not? But it looks pretty good. It's in a terrible spot for viewing, but... And the glare is shit on it. Pretty good, though. And B, I tell you what, man. If nothing else, we nailed the proportions, I think. It's perfect. You know, all the proportions. Height, depth, and width, or length. All of them are just right. I wish the little feet were a little bit longer on mine by like 3/4 of an inch maybe, but it doesn't look bad to me. Anyway, guess what? I'm gonna do that today. I'm gonna put a blade on that bitch. What do you think about that? Pray for me. God, I hope it fucking runs right. If it doesn't run right, I'm quitting woodworking. I'm selling my shop, and I'm just gonna move out to the woods and live in a hut made out of sticks. That's what I'm gonna do if this bandsaw doesn't work. So, could be a life-changing event today. We're gonna find out. Leave a figure on that top. This camera sucks. Later, y'all.